Hi, I'm Hilarey with Wise Carts Connect. Today we are talking about the different meridian systems within Chinese medicine and acupuncture. The first meridian is called the Heart Meridian, and literally the organ system is connected to the energy pathway that flows through the body. The heart pictogram is the image of this cup, this reservoir, and in the reservoir there's this blood bursting out, sort of like the heart actually looks. And the interesting thing about it is that the blood, according to one of my teachers, Thea Elijah, is our liquid consciousness. It's more precious in Chinese medicine than just a regular liquid. It actually houses energy and it circulates our warmth and our consciousness throughout the body. And my teacher, Thea Elijah, suggested that when you hold a person's hand or when you shake a person's hand, your consciousness and their consciousness connect, and you get a sense of who this person is. I'll say, as an acupuncturist for many years, oftentimes it's when I'm holding the hand of my patient and taking their pulses, listening to their wrists, that I get the points come to me, that I get information about the person. So this notion of liquid consciousness getting stamped by the heart every time that it goes through is a very interesting aspect. One of my favorite acupuncture points is on the heart meridian, and it's actually the first point of the whole body, the first point on the first meridian. So if you will, it is where we as an energy body originate, and it is actually, it's in the armpit, right in the little crook. If you massage your own armpit, you'll feel some tendons in there, and the acupuncture point is right in there, and that point is called utmost source. It's a beautiful one to stretch. Oftentimes for me, it can be really tight. And so if I do, say, like a child's pose and I pull my arms back, I can get a nice stretch in there. And it feels like it's really nourishing my heart and the whole energy pathway. And the idea is that if a person is well seated in their heart, if their liquid consciousness is seated within them, that it is also a place where divine inspiration comes in through the heavens, and that's where it lives. Our spirit outside comes in and holds our spirit within our body. And from there, they say, our consciousness or our conscience, we lead our lives from that place. We follow our heart. We hear that term a lot. And that's the idea of the heart meridian. So the heart is also considered to be a yin organ, and that means that there's no access to the heart from outside, whereas the stomach, we can access the stomach through the mouth, if you will, but the heart is very deeply inside and there's no real access point to the outside. So that's what a yin organ is. And the heart is also known as the emperor. So we have this reservoir within us that is the holder of the supreme controller, or the emperor within us, the dignified part of ourselves that is very much about our consciousness and how we present in the world. It holds our Shen. Our Shen is our spirit of the heart, and that is what shines through the eyes. And it's, of course, what makes us alive. The difference between a person being alive and dead is that their heart is beating, that liquid consciousness is flowing through their body. The emotion associated with the heart is joy. And so it can be joy in all of its manifestations. Although I'll say too that in Chinese philosophy, there is an appropriateness to joy. So if a person is overjoyed, that would be considered to be anxiety, where the joy is not properly seated within the body. It's a little bit either manic or out of control or anxious perhaps. So potential heart, if you will, energetic heart imbalances could be anxiety, restlessness, insomnia, excessive talking or excessive laughter, like that nervous laughter, is sometimes indicative of the heart not feeling necessarily seated within oneself. Physical symptoms would be classic heart palpitations. Curiously, also, when the Shen or the spirit of the heart is not necessarily well seated in the body, there can be excessive sweating, like night sweats, which in Chinese medicine, there's many reasons for that. But the gist is that if there's excessive sweating, the tongue is actually also ruled by the heart. And so if a person is nervously talking or stuttering, in energetic terms, we as acupuncturists would attend to the heart in that matter. If there's nervousness or if there's stuttering in one's speech, if the tongue isn't quote unquote working properly. Ways to nourish the heart? Well, the heart, of course, is all about connection. So connecting with yourself and through meditation, being able to connect well with other people, to have a heart-to-heart connection. Those are beautiful ways to nourish and support the heart energy. There is also a notion of, with all of the yin organs, and in Chinese medicine in general, there's always a balance between doing and not doing the right amount, not overdoing. So some of us constitutionally are going to be very naturally outgoing, and others of us maybe are a little bit more reserved. So when we think about the heart, it's what's appropriate for your heart. And you know that by living in your body, or, when you go give a speech. I treat a man who's very fiery and has a lot of heart energy in himself, and he loves public speaking. He loves the opportunity to talk with people, be it at the water cooler at the office or at a restaurant. He's very outgoing, and it really feels like it nourishes his heart to talk to other people, to make those connections. And for others of us, maybe more introverted people, we probably can do a little bit of that one-on-one, but perhaps, public speaking could be very terrifying. It's something that I'm adjusting to, that I'm getting used to, is being more out there, letting my heart express to a larger audience. And sometimes it does bring up self-consciousness, but they say that if the heart is okay, everything is okay. And when we are rooted and seated in our heart, when our spirit is firmly established in our body, we don't have that anxiety. When we have a purpose beyond ourselves, some of that self-consciousness kind of dissipates. And so that's a little bit about the extraordinarily beautiful heart meridian and heart organ.